Matching at the Steadman Philippon Research Institute was a dream come true. I was one of the most nervous for any match in my entire life because ever since I decided I wanted to go into sports medicine, probably around my second or third year of residency, I knew that this was where I wanted to come.
It's been a dream for 7 years since I was here as a research assistant, and to finally have that come to fruition was a really cool moment for me.
I mean, it's the #1 fellowship in the nation, so it was completely surreal to open that email and see Steadman Philippon Research Institute, and I still can't really believe it some days.
We like to joke that it was my first choice for fellowship match, but it was my husband's very, very first choice, so we were thrilled to be here.
I wanted to come here for the obvious reason of just the excellence in clinical training, but additionally the research infrastructure and people that were here.
The mentorship that we get from the attendings I think is top-notch. The complexity of the cases that we see is probably the best in the country, and an opportunity to live in Vail for a year was something I couldn't turn down.
The reason I came to SPRI with Dr. Philippon and Dr. Mada is I want to build a bridge between my training as a pediatric orthopedics and my training as an adult reconstruction and arthroplasty.
It's really this small diamond nestled in the Vail Valley. It's a very close community, and the ability to develop relationships with attendings has just been incredible.
My relationship with the attendings has been amazing. Really from day one, fellow Olympics right off the bat. Dr. Millett opens up the doors to his house, and we have a great incoming, outgoing fellows event at his house.
The awesome thing about here is everyone really is in the prime of their career, so they're all incredibly accomplished surgeons and have a lot of things to teach us, both clinically as well as, just life in general.
They really care about you and about their team and about their patients, and I've learned so much from them.
So I hope to leave here with at least one mentor, and I didn't realize I would leave here feeling like I can call every attending a mentor. It's so evident how much they love teaching and care about bettering us as clinicians and surgeons. Not only that, they get to know us on a personal level, and so that's been so cool.
The clinical teams are outstanding, from the office managers to the practice coordinators to the ATCs to the PAs, teach you how to manage an efficient practice, both on the clinic side and on the surgery side, which I think is invaluable information as fellows.
I've gotten to spend this year strictly with Dr. Haitmanik and Dr. Backus. Really just got to see how their practice works on a year-long cycle, and so they've been really great mentors for me.
Actually, one of the unique features of the Steadman Clinic is the unlimited access to the cadaver lab and the support system from the biomechanical engineers, the research assistants to do a world-class research.
The Surgical Skills Lab is an incredible resource that we have here. I think it's unparalleled.
Almost unlimited access to any of the implants or the cadaveric specimens that you can train on.
Come back and see the research assistants here and work with them, and it's a pretty cool kind of full circle thing to be able to do with them. And they've been a huge help in pushing projects along and helping us be productive here.
That community feel isn't something that you get always at a larger institution. Everybody's here focused on the same goal and the same mission to really improve patient care and improve orthopedics.
I've known Dr. Heward for a number of years, and we've really had a lot of shared interest in regenerative medicine, so I've tried to be involved in projects, hopefully continuing into the future.
For our grand rounds here, it's just really been a tour de force of all the big names in sports medicine. So many leaders in large research projects, prior AOS system chairs, AOS chairs. It's really been fantastic to have them come in and just tell us about their careers.
The U.S. ski team coverage is really the cherry on top of fellowship for me. Michaela Schifrin is probably my favorite athlete, and I remember when I matched here, I thought maybe there's a possibility I'd get to meet someone who knew her at some point. And the very first day of fellowship, I got to meet Michaela Schifrin, which was just crazy.
Working with the U.S. ski and snowboard team was one of the biggest highlights of the year. St. Moritz, Switzerland, with the U.S. snowboard team for their world championships, and it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to doing in the future.
But the actual experience on the slopes was outstanding. I mean, they're incredible athletes, what they do every day, and to be there providing support for them was one of the highlights of the fellowship for sure.
Well, recently we went over to Eagle Valley High School and saw probably close to 200 high schoolers getting them their pre-participation physicals for next year, so it's a great way to give back to the community. I think there's too many standout days to pick from. We were able to operate in the morning or come in and do a lab in the morning and then get out on the mountain and ski in the afternoon. It just kind of encapsulates a perfect Vail day in training.
There's a group of us that went and did the Minturn Mile this year after a powder day, which was really awesome. Skied fresh powder all the way down to Minturn. We lost Ben for a little bit.
But I have to say a highlight that sticks out was après ski with DJ Molecule. Incredible to see everyone out having a good time, listening to the DJ.
The best year of my training by far, both personally and professionally.
This year has hands down been one of the best years of my life. I've worked with some of my orthopedic heroes in one of the most beautiful places in the world, and I became a mom, and so it's going to be a hard year to beat.
This fellowship has been incredible. It's been everything I could have asked for.
I was honored and humbled to find out I was a recipient of the Tang Family Education Endowment. I can't express enough how much it means to me to be supported as a fellow here at the best fellowship in the country.
It was incredibly humbling to be chosen to be the Tang Family Education Endowment Fellow. We're not able to do the things that we do here without them and their support.
Being selected for the Steadman Legacy Endowment Fellowship was another incredible honor. Dr. Steadman pushed the field forward, was a big advocate for research in the orthopedics field, and so that's something that I really strongly identify with and want to have as a thread throughout my career to carry forward his legacy of caring for and being with patients when they're injured.
First, I want to thank my wife, Colleen. She's been an absolute rock throughout all my training. I want to thank my parents and brother and sister.
Thank you first and foremost to my parents, Ron and Diane, and really every person at the Steadman Clinic touches our fellowship experience in some way. I can't thank them enough.
First and foremost, my beautiful wife, Chloe. Came from sunny Miami out to snowy Vail and just really thrived and loved it out here. So I love you and thank you so much. To my mom, Sandy, who's here tonight.
When we started residency, my wife we had just had our son. That was our first child, and she's really been my rock through this process. So many people to thank and so many mentors, and it really takes a village.
First and foremost, I want to thank Selena, my wife. Such an amazing support system for me and our daughter, Palmer. Obviously, I'd like to thank my parents.
I'd also like to thank my family, and I'd like to most importantly thank my wife, Eunice. She and I got married actually 2 months before coming out here. It certainly would not have been the year that it was without her, so I'm so happy she could be here with me.
I have to thank my family. Without them, I wouldn't be here. And I absolutely want to thank my husband, Austin, who's been on this journey for 13 years now. He's seen all the highs and lows. And without his unconditional support and love, I absolutely wouldn't be here.
Thank my wife, Kate, for all of her support and for coming out here to Vail and living our first year as a married couple together. It's been truly outstanding. And then I'd like to thank my parents, giving me every opportunity to follow my dreams.
I'd like to say thank you to my parents for everything that they've provided for me through all of my educational journey. Also, I'd love to thank my husband, Sam, for coming out here this year with me. I know it hasn't been easy to work remote the whole year, so thank you for coming out here and supporting me.
I'd like to thank Hind. She's my wife. I'd like to thank my 3 boys, Omer, Yahya, and Yasin. I know that being away from them for the whole 6 months is a big thing for them, but they were very supportive and they are excited to come, yeah.